Hello and welcome to my podcast. Whether you're walking to work, having a cup of coffee, or just seeking positive vibes, join me as I share timeless wisdom and practical tools to make your life a little bit better. Hello friends, how you doing? I hope you've had a good week. And I want to thank each one of you for being here with me again, listening to me as I share my learnings and tips and wisdom to help you live a meaningful life. That is a life where your well-being is cultivated. So thank you. And today what I want us to talk about is how to heal the wounds. And what I've learned is that life is full of disappointments. Life is full of ups and downs. And that the concept that is there is that life is 50-50. Life is both positive and negative. And it's all about how you choose to see life, the perspective that you choose to embrace each and every day. So I hope that you learn this concept and that you understand that you'll always see negative experiences more than the positive ones. But what I would love to urge is that choose to appreciate the positive experiences. If you wake up in the morning, be grateful. That's a positive experience. If you get to leave for work and come back home safe and sound, that's a positive experience. Be grateful and appreciate it. If you get a hot meal on your table each and every day, thank God for it. It's also a positive experience. It's the small things that we don't see that make up the positive experiences in our lives. For the negative experiences also, just embrace them also and learn to, as I say, process them and learn to accept them. So let's dive into today's topic. I know and I've learned that you can accept or reject the way you're treated by other people, but until you heal the wounds of your past, you will continue to bleed. So you can escape this with food, or you can bandage this bleeding with things like food, with alcohol, with work, with cigarettes, name it. But eventually it will ooze through and stay in your life. So we must find the strength and the grace to open wounds that are inside us and just pull out the pain that is holding you in your past, the memories, and all these negative thoughts that don't bring peace. Just make peace with them. And you may ask, how do you do this? For me, what I've learned is that one, choose to accept your pain, but don't choose to continue suffering, because pain will always be there. As I said in the last episode, if there is a lesson that I've learned this year, is that pain will always be in our lives because of the negative experiences, right? But what we need to do is to choose not to suffer. And you can do this by, as I said, accepting the pain in your life, be it the pain of maybe you feel not enough in a certain way. You know your wound, And you know that for some of us, we carry it on and see ourselves as victims, but don't do that. That's the greatest thing that I would urge anyone not to do, because for me, that's what I used to do. I used to carry it as a, I used to carry my wound or my, which eventually became traumatic, as a victim. And it held me down for the longest time possible. And all these negative experiences and these negative wounds were working against me. But the moment that I chose not to, at the moment I didn't know that I chose not to suffer. At the moment that I chose to process and accept that I was not a victim and that I was going through just negative experiences and negative thoughts, that my mind is the one that was leading me to this path, then I started healing from my traumatic experiences and my wounds that I had carried with me. And I know a lot of us, if we don't heal from these wounds, we carry them with us. And we keep on building up because, as I said, if life is about both positive and negative experiences, if you don't accept and, process these wounds and pain and decide to heal, then you keep on building up because pain will always be there. So your pain builds up today, it builds up maybe next month. And you see, where it leads you is to a point where you're not in love even with your life, you're not at peace. So, as I said, how to make peace with all these wounds and pain is for you to accept that you're going through a certain pain and ask yourself, how can I heal from this pain? Where do I start? And most of the time, it starts with maybe seeking help, professional help, or just listening to podcasts that can help you, or just talking to someone, maybe a friend who's gone through the same experience and can tell you 1, 2, 3, 4 on how to, get better. So you just choose to accept it. The second thing, or the second way that you can make peace with your pain or heal the wounds, is for you to understand the bigger picture. Maybe in the funniest way possible, you had to go through all that pain, you had to go through that negative experience that caused your wound for you to be able to get to a path or to get into the journey that God has made for you. For some of us, our wounds shape us to be very graceful people and shape us to be wiser people in certain situations. And we can be able to always extend a hand. For some of us, our wounds shape us to be more compassionate. For some of us, our wounds shape us to be more loving towards people. And for some of us, maybe these wounds are going to lead us to the path where we can inspire people and help people heal. That's the bigger picture here, my people. There are wounds and there are disappointments and there are pain that we have to go through so that we can get to the path that God wants to use us. And here's something that I want to tell each and every one of you. Life is it's a journey. And no one is written off, or no one doesn't deserve a second chance in life. whether it's you having to go through rejection, whether it's you having to go through lack of breakthroughs, whether it's you having to go through pain, whether it's you having to go through that lack of feeling enough in a certain way. Maybe it's in your family, you're the head of the family, don't feel enough. Maybe it's you who is a single mom somewhere and you just feel that you're not enough as an individual, or whether it's you who just hasn't received your breakthrough. Maybe it's your job, maybe it's your financial your financial I call it freedom. No one is written off. Everyone deserves a second chance. No one is written off for going through anything in life. Okay, so just heal, make peace with your wounds in two ways: accept, seek help, start consciously to seek to get better and not to suffer. And three, understand the bigger picture. Okay, always seek to understand the bigger picture in your pain in three simple ways. And then I think for the fourth one that I would give is, after you've healed, then now start moving towards where you want to go. Embrace strategies that lead you to a path that you want to, go to. For me, after I healed, is I embraced the path of doing these podcasts for people, to tell them that life can get better, to motivate people, to inspire people, to help people heal. And that has been my commitment for me each and every day that I come here. And also that I may leave something for the younger generation, because I have nieces, I have children who will one day listen to this, and I want them to, listen, and maybe this will help them. So I pray that you will make peace with the pain that you're going through, and I pray that you'll be able to heal your wounds. So from me here, I pray that you may have a week of breakthroughs. I pray that you may have a week where you remember that you're not written off for any situation or circumstance that you're going through. And I pray that your circumstance doesn't determine your life. I pray that you may have grace. I pray that you may have strength. And I pray that you may have a successful week ahead. So, till next week's episode, God bless, stay safe, and as usual, sending you my love and light. Cheers, my friends.